A non-Buddhist asked Buddha, "What did you preach yesterday?" Buddha said, "I preached on permanency." "What did you preach today?" "I preached on impermanency." "Today, you've preached permanency yesterday. Why did you preach on impermanence today?" Buddha said, "It was permanent yesterday, but is impermanent today." Let's now review the deeper meaning of this koan and how it applies to daily life. The main lesson to be learned from this story is that everything changes. Truth, advice, or what feels right is not fixed forever. It shifts with time and circumstances. Clinging to yesterday's answers today will only cause confusion or disappointment. The wise person stays flexible and responds to the present moment instead of repeating the past. Following is the line-by-line explanation of the story. A non-Buddhist asked Buddha, "What did you preach yesterday?" Buddha said, "I preached on permanency." The stranger expects Buddha to be like a textbook, always saying the same thing. Buddha calmly answers that yesterday the teaching was about things that stay the same. He is not embarrassed or defensive. He simply reports what was needed then. "What did you preach today?" "I preached on impermanency today." Now the stranger hears the opposite message. Buddha is showing that the teaching itself has changed. This is not a mistake or flip-flopping. It is a deliberate response to a new day. "You preached permanency yesterday. Why did you preach on impermanence today?" The questioner is pointing out what looks like a contradiction, as if a teacher should never change his mind. He assumes truth must be permanent and unchanging, like a stone statue that never moves. Buddha said, "It was permanent yesterday, but is impermanent today." Buddha's short reply is the heart of the story. He is not saying one teaching was wrong and the other right. He is saying the situation itself changed overnight. Yesterday's reality, the people listening, their questions, the moment, truly was different. So a teaching about permanency fit perfectly. Today that same reality has shifted. So a teaching about impermanence now fits. The teaching is not a rigid rule. It is alive and moves with life. So, what is the deeper meaning hidden in the story? The story is actually demonstrating the very idea it teaches. The conversation happened once, but by the time the stranger asks about today, the moment has already become yesterday. Even the act of asking and answering proves that nothing stays exactly the same. Buddha is not just talking about change. He is a living example. He refuses to be trapped by his own past words. In Buddhism, this is called skillful means. The teacher changes the message the way a doctor changes medicine when the patient's condition changes. The medicine that cured you yesterday might poison you today. The story also gently mocks the idea that spiritual teachers must be perfectly consistent to be believable. Real wisdom does not come from repeating the same sentence forever. It comes from seeing clearly what is happening right now. Let's now discuss how the story applies to daily life. Think of your own life as the yesterday and today in the story. What worked perfectly one day often fails the next, because everything around you is moving. A parent who always comforted a young child with hugs may discover that the same child, now older, needs quiet listening instead. The love is the same, but the method must change. A manager whose strict rules brought order the previous year may find that the team now responds better to encouragement and freedom. Sticking to last year's rules would create resentment, not results. Someone who once believed "I will never move away from this city" may wake up one morning and realize the city no longer feels like home. The old promise was true yesterday. Today, a new truth has arrived. In relationships, words that once made someone feel safe can suddenly feel controlling if the relationship has grown. The person who says, "But I always did it this way," is like the confused stranger in the story, stuck on yesterday's answer. Even small daily choices show the same lesson. The route you took to school or work yesterday might be blocked by construction today. The meal plan that saved time last month may no longer fit your new schedule. The opinion you argued for at dinner last night may need to be adjusted after hearing new information this morning. Life keeps rewriting the page. The story invites us to stop treating our past decisions, beliefs, or habits as permanent laws. Instead, we can ask ourselves gently each day, what does this moment actually need? That single question turns rigid, frustrated living into calm, intelligent living. When we accept that it was permanent yesterday, but is impermanent today, we stop fighting change and start moving with it. That is, the quiet power the story offers anyone who listens.